Welcome to the Sector Spin with Terry. In this video series, I share with you what I'm watching each week in various sector industry subgroups. This week, as we see the technology sector accelerate further into the leading quadrant, I want to look at one particular subgroup of the XLK that has contributed much to the exceptional performance of the XLK over the years. Then we'll explore some individual stocks in the semiconductor industry that have the potential to become our newest leaders in this sector. Now let's first start here with a look at the 11 sectors that comprise the S&P 500. Currently, the technology sector and the healthcare sector are in the leading quadrant, where they have the highest momentum and the highest relative strength of all the sectors relative to the benchmark S&P, which is represented by the origin of this chart. The vertical scale represents the relative momentum, and the horizontal scale represents the relative strength ratio. Now let's switch the layout now and put the chart of the XLK in the forefront. Now up here on the top, I have a daily candle price chart of the XLK along with 3 moving averages. The red line is the 200-day simple moving average, the blue line is the 50-day simple moving average, and the green line is the 20-day simple moving average. Now you can see recent price action here in the XLK dipped below this 20-day moving average briefly before a sharp rebound, which sent the ETF to another all-time high. A longer-term uptrend is clearly in progress here. Now below this price chart is something called a seasonality chart. This chart is looking at the average performance of the XLK over the past 10-year period. You can see that the XLK typically has outperformance April through August, and then underperformance in both March and September following. The diamond here represents our current monthly return condition, and you can see that we're right on track with the 10-year average performance for August. Now let's take a look at the semiconductor subgroup of the XLK, represented here by the VanEck Vectors ETF, the SMH. Now first, if you'll notice down here in the seasonality chart, over the past 10 years, the SMH outperforms essentially 10 out of 12 months, with March and December being the weakest months. So if we're going to play the probabilities, we would expect to see continued outperformance here in the semiconductor subgroup over the next couple of months, while the other subgroups of the XLK may actually underperform. Now look here at the list of stocks in the semiconductor subgroup. I'll just go ahead and pull this down for you because there's quite a few. This is the weekly performance of these stocks. It's sorted by their weekly percent change, and this is through Thursday market close. We have we have Taiwan Semiconductor up 9% this week. Here's a price chart of Taiwan Semiconductor. You can see a significant bounce here has penetrated this most recent downtrend. I'm looking for more upside. We have NXPI. This one is testing overhead resistance. Could be a new breakout in the works. And actually, since I wrote this the other day, you can see that we've got clearly a new all-time high breakout today with and this is a daily price chart, so you can see there's the weekly performance, and then today's move is pushing above prior all-time highs. Here's Microchip. Microchip has penetrated above this downtrend channel line. I like to turn these colors from red to green, representing a move from resistance to now support. If we see continued price action here above this, when it comes back down for a modest correction, it will use this line to find support. ON Semiconductor had a A stellar 16% rise following strong earnings report on August 2nd, settled back down into a bit of consolidation. I'm actually looking for a little bit more consolidation to marry up with a longer term uptrend support line here. But I remain bullish on this stock. Here's NVDA. Everyone loves NVDA. NVIDIA also pushing to new all-time highs. Had a couple of periods of consolidation going on here since July 2nd. Been a little choppy, range bound, but since August 20th is broken out to new highs. And of course you can see the rest of the stocks here in this list. Let's go back and take a look at this weekly RRG here for those semiconductors, and I have it sorted here by relative strength ratio. I'll zoom out just a little bit here. And we have NVIDIA, AMD, Marvell, Xilinx, and newcomers CDNS now in the leading quadrant. And several others are showing improving weekly trends represented here by these blue vectors coming up through the improving quadrant. You'll still need to be selective, even though this whole subgroup looks very healthy, because there are a few stocks like Lam Research and Applied Materials that have yet to give us that hook up signal that we like to see before they are ready to join the others with upward momentum. But I have no doubt they will make that turn eventually. But right now I want you guys to focus on those stocks that are already cued to move into the leadership position. I encourage each of you to take the results of my screening efforts and further analyze these stocks here to find those that meet your own trading and or investing criteria. And if you've followed any of my prior recommendations, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. Please check us out at tradinganalysis.com for more great market analysis and a great member community where you can get more trade ideas and share yours with our active community as well. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a great weekend.